Hey, where y'all going? Oh, I'm straight on that. I'm going to the Purple Shell.
Yeah, we back again, man. This is the Purple Shell Unfiltered. I am your host, Big Two. You can follow me on Instagram at BIG_2RNMG. I have a special guest here with me today, and she came to, be real and unfiltered with
Hell
the
yeah.
biggest, livest host, and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Brif0reign, and I'm here on the Purple Shell to tell my testimony.
Yeah, testimony. That's what we're calling it, testimony. We're gonna start out from the beginning. We're gonna let the people get a little bit more in depth story about you and get to know you a little bit. So what do you do? What do you do for a living? What is it? What is it outside of I know you do music,
Yeah.
but what do you do outside of the music?
So outside of music, I'm a massage therapist and a
Okay.
dancer.
Okay.
I dance at Onyx and Platinum
Okay.
currently, and I work. I hustle. I used to do hair, but I don't really promote doing hair no more. I stopped doing hair in 2021 to start my massage business.
Okay.
And my massage business has been really good for me. I get to travel.
Okay.
I have clients that book me out of state. I have couples that book me.
Now, when it comes to, I know the massage thing, and, I don't want to give people the wrong idea when it comes to it's actually a business for you.
Yes.
Right. So
I do my taxes.
yeah, I do my taxes,
So-
goddammit. I
I do my taxes. So my business is certified by the IRS.
Okay. So what made you get into dancing?
Okay. So I started dancing when I was 17, and a lot of y'all clubs in Atlanta have seen my face and never knew that I was dancing in y'all club at 17.
You pulled that off.
Yeah.
Magician.
But I had a real purpose. Like, I was in foster care. The system wasn't giving me my Social Security money. Defects actually stole my Social Security money.
Damn. So hold on. Now I want to get a clear story. So when you are in foster care, you get Social Security.
So if you get survivor benefits, and my dad was in the Army,
Okay.
so he's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
If it's, let's say it's a child in the system and they're a veteran, or a dependent, basically, of a veteran, they qualify for survivor's benefits through Social Security.
Oh, okay.
And they also qualify for VA benefits. But that's something that I didn't know. That's something that I kind of had to find out in the long run, as time went on. So I found out the first year that I was in foster care, I was getting $887 a month. Then after that, I was getting $901 a month in foster care for the rest of the time I was in foster care.
Okay, so before we give them all that,
Right.
Because I know they like all over the place. What was the cause for you to? Because I know you had, like you said, your dad was in the military, and I'm pretty sure you had a mom because you're here.
Yeah.
What caused you to go to foster care?
So when I was 16, my mom shot and killed my dad in front of me. My mom is German and my dad is black.
Wow.
So y'all know how foreigners get down.
Wow.
They kind of different than us in the U.S.
So she actually killed your dad in front of you?
In front of me, yes. Like, I am scarred for life. Like,
So what? Because
Yeah.
this is not an everyday thing, and this is not something that people just hear about. What led up to the situation of your mom actually taking your dad's life?
so my mother struggled with mental illness due to the fact that when she used to live in New York, because she's from New York, both my parents actually are from New York.
Okay.
My mom was laced with angel dust by a group of girls that rolled her blunt.
Oh.
And so that caused my mom to go through numerous episodes.
Okay.
She had to go to rehab, and this was all before I was born. So I believe what happened is when my mom drank, she used to get really angry and tear stuff up in the house and stuff like that. I believe that it was like a chemical imbalance in her brain.
So the alcohol basically
Made
brought up
her
the trauma.
angry
Okay.
instead of happy. You know how people drink
Yeah,
alcohol
angry drunks.
to
You have some people that just get angry.
Yes, and that's actually a mental illness. And so the night that it happened, my dad was trying to take his entire family out to eat for dinner, and my mom had went out that Saturday night. I helped her do her makeup. She had got her wig installed. My mom was looking good that night, right? she came back the next morning, woke up, you know, with a hangover, and she was just mad from the moment she woke up. My dad went to go get a haircut that morning, and I was planning to do my hair too. I had actually dyed my hair purple, which is actually wild, being here on the purple shell. My hair was purple the day that my mom killed my dad in front of me. My dad, you know, told me not to worry about my mom, you know, just go to the beauty supply store, but my mom wanted to go with me because I was getting the color to dye my hair. My mom was, like, really mad. Like, when we started driving, it was 45 miles per hour. I was going 50. She was telling me to slow my fucking ass down, else she gonna put this bitch in park.
But has she had been drinking, or just because
she
had
woke
the
up with a
hangover?
hangover?
Okay.
So I'm just like, this was my life. I used to deal with a lot of domestic violence between my parents, like, and my mom was the aggressor. So oftentimes you hear stories where it's like the dad is the aggressor. Well, my mom was the aggressor in this situation. So, you know, basically, she said she was gonna put my car in park. Got upset. I basically called my dad, and he had got his hair cut. He told me to meet him at the gas station. She got mad because my dad basically, I wouldn't say he sided with me, but he basically didn't try to, like, make it seem like I had it. I was a problem.
Right.
And my mom got mad at that and told me to take her back home. And then when I took her back home, she had actually ended up putting my car in park, like, while I was in reverse trying to park.
Damn.
Yeah, my mom was crazy as fuck.
Right.
So I just know that, and I'm fast forward a little bit, but I just know that the police were called 3 times that day because they were called once when I had dropped her back off at home because my mom started tearing stuff up in the house. They were called another time because she called the police when my dad had got back home from his haircut, trying to lie on him, saying that, oh, he put his hands on me when she had basically just tore shit up in the house to make it seem like something happened.
So after the second time, because you said they was called 3 times, after the second time, what was the conclusion from the police? They just said go back in the house?
So let's go to the third time. Okay, the third time, I had my last dinner, and this is before the third time. I had my last dinner with my dad at a Mexican restaurant. We had Mexican food. That was his last meal. My dad drunk at the bar, you know, with his friend. Actually, his friend was already there, so it was just a good thing to see him and things like that. And he was having a good time, and he was just telling me, baby girl, you know, things are going to change for us. You know, I'm going to do better. As soon as you graduate, I'm going to leave your mom. But
So he already had plans of...
Yes, he did, but my dad was on probation. And the month that my mom killed my dad, which was February 25th, 2019, that month, he was about to be off probation, and she took that from him. Not only did you take his freedom, but you took his life. And I forgive, but I don't forget. Like, even people in my today life be asking me, oh, do you talk to your mom? I don't. I don't talk to my mom because of my mental health. It's not going to better my mental health. It's not going to help me in the long run. It's not going to motivate me to continue to do what I need to do to get where I need to be.
So at that time, when it actually took place, and you actually seen what happened, what was your first thought? Like,
so the third time the police was called to the home, I was sleeping.
oh, you were sleeping.
And they're supposed to alert everybody in the house of what's going on. I was sleeping, and the police just left me sleep, I guess, and just dealt with it and told my parents to stay in separate rooms. They didn't give a fuck about my dad. You know why they didn't give a fuck about my dad? Because they looked at my dad like he was a fucking felon.
Okay.
They did. Okay. He went to prison, actually, for 7 years. And he came out a changed man. He, you know, got out in 7 years, but was sentenced to 11.
Okay. Early release.
Good behavior. My dad was a changed person, and he constantly called the police for help because he knew he was on probation. And I felt like the system failed my dad. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, from my dad being a veteran, serving in the war, serving in the Gulf War for y'all, to die from his wife, and he called y'all we called y'all 3 times that day for help. So I'll never forgive the police for that, honestly, because now my life completely changed when I was 16 from that. And the moment it happened, after the 3rd time, you know, I'm waking up to my dad screaming, Bree, she put a gun to my head. Bree, she got a gun to my head. We didn't even know my mom had a gun in the house because she was on probation during that time, too, for domestic violence. And he was on probation, you know, for what he went to prison for, which was trafficking marijuana.
With intent to distribute. I'm hip.
And really, it was because it was his tractor-trailer truck that they were using.
Right.
And my dad never told, and I'm not going to actually speak about who he was contracted with because he took that to his grave.
Right.
Else I'll be dead.
Right. You gotta keep, you know, can't say too much.
Yeah, can't say too much on that. But I woke up after he was yelling, Bree, you know, your mom put a gun to my head. I put my robe on. I come out my room. He's coming towards me. He's calling the police on the phone. He's like, Bree, she's going to jail. She just put a gun to my head. She's going to jail. I'm like, okay, Daddy, come back here to the back room. Just stay with me. Just come back here to the back room. I close the door. He calls the police. Police gets on the phone. He tells them what happened. But my dad was drunk. We had, like I said, I had my last dinner with my dad, and he went to the bar. But my mom didn't end up going with us because she was tripping.
Okay.
And so I just know that he ran out the room, like, with his phone, and he was on the phone with the police, and, like, this shit is on audio. Like, this shit went to trial. I had to relive the audio of my dad recording himself getting shot. My dad walked out the room, and my mom was packing a bag in the bedroom, and I went to the bedroom, like, the beginning of the bedroom door, and I asked my mom, I said, Mom, what are you doing? Mom, you got a gun? Are you serious? Mom, do you really have a gun? Because I'm trying to believe that she actually have a gun, but I know my dad not lying. If he says she got a gun, she got a gun.
Right.
And she kept that hidden from us, and I feel like that shit is scary as fuck. They've been married for 20 years, and you kept the gun when both of y'all was on probation in the house with none of us knowing. As a woman, I feel like that shit is scary.
Yeah, that's different.
That's a different breed. You feel me?
Having kids in the house and too. Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? And she could have shot me too. So she packed the bag. I asked her, she's telling me to move out her way. So she pushed me out the way because she about to go downstairs and try to leave, basically, then pack the bag.
Okay.
And it was my Michael Kors bag that I gave to her for Mother's Day. And
so she was actually planning to leave at the time.
You want to know what's so crazy about her case? Like, her shit was premeditated. And I got voice audio of my mom telling my dad, like, I wish you was dead. I wish you was out of my life. Like 2018 audio before 2019. Like, my mom premeditated that. And so she ran downstairs. I'm telling my dad to come here. He recording her on the way out, but he's still on the phone with the police. So they got the entire audio. And my dad's like, she's trying to leave, Bree. So we get downstairs. She go downstairs first. He go downstairs second. I go downstairs third behind both of them. And I go outside, and I'm by the front door, like on the platform by the front door. And my dad was standing right in front of me on the other platform. Like, you just took a step down. He was standing right there. And he was holding the phone like he didn't move or nothing. And he was just like, look, Bree, your mom is trying to leave. You know, she just put a gun to my head. I'm recording this for the police. I'm talking, he just wanted to just prove to the police that he was just not lying. Like, the police just would not listen. And she turned around, and I just remember looking at him. I looked at him, and then I turned and looked at her, and I just watched her up the fire and shoot my dad.
So you actually seen her pull the gun and point it at your dad and pull the trigger?
Yes. I testified against this in court, so this shit public information. Yes.
So at that moment when you seen that happen, what was the next move? Did everything go blank?
My dad, I turned and looked at my dad, and my dad just started bleeding out. Like, he stood there and yelled, she shot me. And, like, looked down, and he just started, like, bleeding out. And and my dad got on a white, and I'm not going to cry.
Right.
My dad got on a white fucking T-shirt. I couldn't fucking see where the fucking blood, where the fucking gunshot was. I'm like, Daddy, come here. Daddy, come here. He walks in the house. My nigga's so strong. He walked in the house to the downstairs bathroom, trailing blood throughout the kitchen, from the front door to the living room to the kitchen. He goes to the downstairs bathroom, and he takes one last look at himself in the mirror. And he looks, I see my reflection. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. I'm trying to see where the bullet was. And then that moment in the mirror, I seen where it was. It was in the left side of his chest. And he said, Bree, I'm going.
Damn.
And at that moment, I'm like, no, I'm just screaming hysterically. I'm just like, no, Daddy, I need you. No. And he walks out the bathroom, and the moment he collapsed was back in front of the front door. He collapsed by the front door. And my neighbor that was across the street ran out because he heard a gunshot. And he was like crying and shit. He was like, oh my God. He was screaming. He was like, oh my God, what the fuck did she do? Oh my God, what the fuck did she do? So they knew each other because my dad used to let him use his lawn equipment because, you know, his wife used to probably get on him about, you know, the lawn, and he didn't have the lawn equipment. Yeah, just being a neighbor, you know. And he told me to go upstairs to get some towels. He helped put pressure on my dad's wound. My dad is laying there just looking at me. He asked me for a glass of water. I run and go get the glass of water, thinking,
right, he's gonna be okay.
Brought the glass of water. It took the police so long to get back there, and then my dad put my car keys in my hand because he had my car keys in his pocket, and he put my car keys in my hand and closed my hand. You know, that's why I like fast cars and stuff. He was just like, you know, Bree, I love you. Like, this like some real movie shit. I can't make this shit up. Like, I have PTSD from this shit, and that's why I'm like really not trying to cry on this interview.
Hey, Mark, can we get some tissue?
I'm really not trying to cry in this interview, but I'm telling my story. Like, the police get there, they say, what happened? We was just here 20 minutes ago. I said, what? What you mean you was just here 20 minutes ago? They talking about you were sleeping. I said, what? Y'all didn't wake me up? And then I'm waking up to my dad talking about my mom put a gun in his head. And it's like everything that happened in my life, even now, I had absolutely no control over it. It's like I'm just getting the back end, everything, like cleaning up everything that, you know, people just, my parents just didn't finish.
Right. And we have to also understand this happened in 2019.
I was 16 years old. Like, I was competent enough. I was in the 11th grade. I was taking AP classes. I knew what the fuck was going on.
So after the whole ordeal, you know, you find out your dad passed away, and, you know, of course your mom being locked up. How was that situation handled? You know, I know you had to handle it kind of on your own because both of your parents.
To sum it up, I got thrown in foster care. The system knew both my parents went to jail.
So you didn't have like no family that was willing to take you in, or I don't
my
know.
My uncle, he was a lawyer in Marietta. He took me in, but my uncle drank really bad because he was a lawyer and he took on so many cases, and he drank to cope with his brother's death. And my uncle ended up kicking me out because I smoked to cope and he drank to cope, and he didn't like the fact that I smoked, and I understood that because he had kids. So when he kicked me out, I went to go stay with another girl named Oma that my mom used to help. We call her a family friend. I ain't gonna lie, Oma, you was a real one, but all that trying to take my Social Security money as rent when the state was already helping you pay your bills, bro, like, nah, like, I wasn't going for that shit at all. But
So basically, she was trying to take advantage.
yeah, they was helping her pay her bills like she was staying in a duplex.
Mm-hmm.
Could barely feed my little cousin, like, type shit, and I kind of, helped her elevate a little bit. Like, I got a job at the same job she was working at, Red Lobster on fucking Camp Creek, working at a fucking hostess, busting tables. But I helped her, and it was like I helped her just for her to want to just only want my money. And so once DFACS found that out, they removed me from her house. That's when I, like, got put in different group homes.
So you didn't even receive the money that she was actually taking from you at the time when DFACS moved you out of her house?
No, they were paying her bills with, like, money, like, that was approved by the state because she was already low income. My Social Security money was supposed to be touched. That's my money. That's my money. They wrote my name. And I don't want to say my government name on here, but they wrote my name on them checks.
They wasn't able to give you that money back that she actually took from you.
So my aunt didn't end up getting my Social Security money.
Okay.
But they were helping her with her bills. So that was like separate.
Okay.
I don't want to confuse you. That was separate.
Okay.
But she didn't actually get the opportunity because I had nipped that in the bud and
you
told
caught on to
DFAC.
it? Okay,
Yeah, I caught on to it quick.
Okay, makes sense.
Because she was talking about, oh, you get $900 a month. I'm going to take $600 and you keep $300.
Wow.
What? And I told DFACS that, and they was like, oh, we got to remove you.
So once DFACS removed you from her care, where did you go from there?
I went to, like, okay, so I think the first placement I went to was McDonough with Sharita and Jeremy Johnson. And I took y'all ass to civil court and I won, bitch. Y'all still owe me my motherfucking money. I filed that fight for on y'all ass. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all need to give me my motherfucking money. Just not to cut into the story. But that's where I went to afterwards. And there was a whole bunch of kids there. It was a group home. It's a group home.
What was the living situation like? Did you have your own room or was you sharing a room?
I shared rooms.
Okay.
With everybody.
Boys and girls?
Yeah, everybody. I shared rooms. So, and I got moved so many times. That placement just wasn't a good placement. That was the first time I got arrested, even just being at that placement for some shit. It was one of the girls that was staying there. She was like 13. She was taking my hygiene products and using my shit. Okay. And then they got it on paper by the state. If you a CASA worker or, have kids, you got to protect their property.
Right.
But y'all not protecting my property. So y'all let her use my hair products, stuff that I use on my skin, my hair. Like, I'm talking, I was disgusted because I'm OCD.
Right.
It went on for like 3 days before I had went into the girl's stuff and was finding my stuff out her stuff, and then the girl proceeded to put her hands on me, and I whipped her ass because don't touch me.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get my shit, don't touch me, and I didn't want to fight her. I just wanted my shit back, and they called the police on me and got me arrested, knowing that she was taking my shit, like being evil and shit. That's why I won that court case, bitch. That's why your nigga got locked up in that courtroom. In front of the judge. That's why y'all had to do that civil suit with him in handcuffs. Yeah.
Why was he in handcuffs?
Because he had a warrant. He had a warrant out for his arrest from 2020. I don't know if that's pertaining to me. They didn't say. The cops were bored because the judge took a lunch break and we were the last case on the docket. So that means while they were on lunch, the other officers were just looking at everybody's record and shit and decided, oh, we're going to fuck with him because he got a warrant. And as soon as he came back from lunch,
he was arrested.
He was arrested and had to face the judge in fucking handcuffs. No bullshit.
Damn.
Y'all did that shit to me back then, and I told y'all I was going to get my get back. How many years it took? 3 or 4?
That's dope.
And then after that, I stayed... I stayed at another coworker's house, and she was mistreating me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I could really go on and on about this shit.
So you just bad luck.
But more of the story, y'all. I moved 8 times in foster care, but I want to get into the fact of the placement that I was sent to, Jarvis Smith.
Let's get to it.
Where he raped me in foster care underneath
Jarvis Smith.
Jarvis Smith. Yeah.
She said your name.
He's
buddy.
a Scorpio.
She said your name, buddy.
Yeah.
Jarvis Smith, he's a motherfucker.
Yeah, that motherfucker raped me for 2 weeks. Well,
for a week. How did you and him end up coming in contact? How did that?
Defects. They sent me there. They told me to go to this placement. They said he was a temporary placement. They used to send me to temporary placements because the guardianship part of it. And let me get into this.
Break it down for me.
The guardianship part of it. You cannot get guardianship over a child in foster care unless they have stayed with you for 6 months successfully.
Okay.
No problems, no arguments, all that shit successfully, right?
Right.
So I didn't get that opportunity because not that I was a troubled child, but it was just like after my mom killed my dad, it's not like I didn't want to listen to you guys, but y'all didn't give a fuck about me. Y'all were using me as a check. Didn't want to help me out with gas in my car so I could make it to school, telling me, DFACS even told me to abandon my car and my dog. Talking about, well, that's the main reason why I had trouble getting in placements because I had a car and I had a dog. My dad left me a car and I had a dog. And my aunt left me that dog.
So basically they didn't want to accommodate.
Oh, they didn't want to accommodate me, but you got me fucked up if you think I'm finna give up my car that I own with the title and my dog that's registered as an ESA.
Right.
You got me fucked up.
Okay.
So
when you went into that situation with him, when did the rape start taking place?
So basically I got kicked out of an IOP home, and it's like IOP is independent living program.
Okay.
That's what it is. So I got qualified when I was 17 for the program, but then I got kicked out because they didn't like the fact that I had a dog where DFACS placed me. They placed me at this IOP home, and I had a roommate, and then they didn't like the fact that I had a dog. So the program, not the program, but I think it was the program. They told DFACS they didn't want me there no more, so I had to move immediately. And they talk about, you're gonna have to bring all your shit to the office and stay in the office type shit. And I'm just like, okay, how I'm gonna do that? I can't get a U-Haul. Y'all not trying to help with shit. They don't give a fuck. I had to literally pack. I got pictures in my phone. I had to pack everything in my car so many times. My car used to be packed up. Yeah. Moving myself to these placements. You know what I'm saying? They were not doing their job. And so they told me to go, after I got kicked out, they told me to go to this placement that was around the corner on Terra Boulevard. And he was supposed to be a temporary living situation.
And this is what South Side?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so I stayed there. They said after I moved there, they said they was going to come check on me that Tuesday. But I didn't know that it was a fucked up ass apartment. I didn't know that, it was only 2 rooms. And then I didn't know that it was 2 men in there. Oh,
so they sent you somewhere to stay with 2 men?
Yeah, but I don't think they knew the brother was there. I think they just thought it was just him.
Okay.
I didn't know shit. So I'm just moving my shit. And basically, this man raped me, I think the second night. And he fucked me for a week till I got back on my period. He fucked me on my period.
What?
The second week, I was planning my escape, and I was talking to this dude named Muhammad. And me and Muhammad, we just got into it last month. But, I love you, Muhammad.
She love you, Muhammad, goddamn.
I love
you. She love you, Muhammad. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was telling me I needed to get out of there and that he was a CASA worker.
Okay.
That I could, DFACS can come to his house and do the evaluation.
Okay.
So I was just telling him I got to plan how I'm going to do it because then DFACS got him placed on here as a placement. He going to call them and tell them, I ran away, and then they going to put a bozo out on me. And they did. They did. They did that shit. I went to work the next day after I had escaped, but during the escape, oh my God, that shit was so traumatic. Trying to get the fuck out the house. Like, have you ever been held against your will? If you've been held against your will, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. That shit is scary as fuck. I literally had to fight this fat ass, big ass nigga to get out the house. This happened August 31st, 2020 in Clayton County. So after the first time, he basically held you hostage. Basically, but I was going to work. I just didn't say anything to DFAX because they were supposed to come check on me that Tuesday, right? And I had trust issues. I had been moved so many times to the point where I just wanted to just be on my own. Like, I had fought with DFAX about emancipation because I knew what was best for me. Like, I knew I could have went to South Carolina and lived with my grandmother or my grandparents, and help, something. Even if I wanted to go visit them in South Carolina, I couldn't tell them, else they gonna put a bozo out on me if they find out I'm going out the fucking state.
Right.
You couldn't even leave the fucking state if you wanted to. So, basically after I had got raped, I called the police or whatever. The police, they took his side. I called for a sergeant.
So you actually called the police and they showed up to the residence and you told them.
And they put false imprisonment on the report. Y'all put false imprisonment on the report and didn't make an arrest.
That's kidnapping. So, Yeah.
Listen, y'all police officers ain't gonna like my story because my story ain't nothing but the truth, so help me God.
So with the situation, and like you said, the police basically took his side. What was the conclusion?
Man, I went to Eternal Affairs about this. I had a guardian ad litem named LaShawna Lennon. She witnessed this. And my case just went cold. And I basically forced DFAX to put me on college campus. Because I had graduated high school after, I think in like May 2020, I had graduated high school.
So through all this, you actually graduated high school?
Yes.
Hey.
I lost my dad my second semester in my 11th grade year. And my dad was telling me my first semester that, hey, Bree, you need to figure out what you want to do. This is your crucial year. I didn't want to be a lawyer. No. I'm sorry. That's something that my brother tried to pursue, and we thought he was going to be the lawyer of the family, and he failed us. He didn't end up. He failed the LSAT. So
okay, that threw me off a little bit.
I could have been a lawyer if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. I took my dad's advice in being a therapist.
Okay.
He told me to be a therapist to help my crazy ass mama out. He always used to joke about that.
Right.
And the irony of that, like, I found like a love in learning therapy and psychology, and I'm trying to go to grad school next year to get my PhD.
Okay, then talk to him.
I want to start my own podcast called Dr. Bree.
Okay, then talk to him.
Cause fuck Dr. Phil. What Bad Baby said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what Bad Baby said. They putting them in concentration camps and shit. Them kids dying out there working for them folks.
Right.
Come on now, that ain't real therapy.
Yeah.
Send them to a Christian camp or something.
Yeah. I get that. Going that's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. And
it is.
Still being able to graduate high school.
And I finished college, y'all. Got my bachelor's in psychology.
And finished college. Hey, I'm gonna clap to that as well. Yeah, that's amazing. Because a lot of people, they go through things in life, and some choose to give up, and some don't.
I had to fight. I had to fight all my life, and
I had to fight all my life.
What they say in The Color Purple? I kill him dead if I let him beat me.
Yeah, damn it. But with that situation, and you having to cope with that.
Right. I tried to forget about it. I tried to go on campus and just work and try to forget about it. And like I said, just to cut back, that's why I started dancing at 17, because I didn't have no money to survive. I was losing weight. I was literally fucking anorexic. It's so many nights I went without eating.
Has that affected any of your relationships?
You know what? I had a boyfriend before my dad died, and we were still together after he died. And at some point, I actually went to go live in him and his mom and his stepdad while I was in foster care. Shout out to y'all, Rhonda and John. I love you guys.
Okay.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all had my back during that time too. Where it affected, well, he didn't even know about the rape stuff until like way after. But before all of that, me and him broke up, and this was my last relationship in 2020. Me and him broke up because he put his hands on me. And I'm like, how could you do that and you just know what I went through with my parents? You just know.
Right.
Like, why would you do that?
So basically for you, it's one and done. Once you
Yeah,
do it the first time,
it's a one and done situation with me. Yeah.
Are y'all still in contact to this day?
We are. Actually, we are. We're great friends. You know, he has his girlfriend, and she ain't shit, but it's okay.
She ain't shit. She had to let it be known. He has a girlfriend, and she ain't shit.
Well, the bitch got mad because he went through her phone, and he takes her to work every fucking morning, and you're fucking with niggas at your fucking job, and he has no fucking idea, and y'all been together for years.
Okay.
Bitch, I'll be mad too.
Right.
I want to slap the shit out you too. He called me to not slap the shit out you, ho.
Okay.
So I calmed him down. I told him you're better than that. You are stronger than what you think.
Together? Do y'all think y'all ever get back together?
I don't think we'll ever get back together. No.
Ever? Ever?
It's my choice, my decision.
Okay, yeah. But also, he's open to it. He's
For
like,
sure.
Baby, give me another
For
chance.
sure, I feel like if I really made that move, he would definitely be open to it.
Now, do you think it'll be a good move?
Not for me, no.
Okay.
Not at all.
Just getting a little understanding, you know. Now, with you going through all that, and, you know, you fell in love with music.
Music has been my therapy. Out of all the therapists I done had while I was in foster care that thought they could try to help me with everything, and just to cut in, I had a therapist tell me that I was never going to get better because I continue to go through things. Well, that's your job. You got to keep talking to me about the shit that I'm going through and help me work through it. That's what the fuck you get paid for. If you don't give a fuck about your job, just stop doing therapy. Facts. Stop doing the quick route, just trying to put people on pills. Okay, not everybody need to be on fucking pills. And then y'all know that's how opioid addictions start. Well, y'all know I got a bachelor's in psychology, so
Talk to him.
I'm crazy, but
I'm crazy.
very sane.
But I get that. You know, you got to have a little crazy nowadays.
You got to.
Walk around on this
So people
earth.
gonna think you green.
Right. So when it comes to your music, when did you start really taking music serious?
So I started singing in the church choir at 6 years old.
Okay.
My aunt put me in church. That's how I started.
Okay.
I started writing music at 11, and I started doing pageants when I was 9. So I would do talent shows, and my talent would be singing.
Okay.
One of my favorite songs I sung in the pageant was Journey to the Past by Anastasia.
Oh, okay.
Nobody talks about Anastasia. Anastasia is actually a Disney princess that nobody really knows about. Only the real ones know Anastasia.
Is that the one from Frozen? That's not the one from Frozen? Which one is that?
Well, you want to know what's so funny, though? Some people say that the Disney movies are connected, so it might be like her in there. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Anastasia got their own movie.
Okay. Right.
So did the pageants, and then I didn't really like start recording till I was 17. So like kind of like the year after everything happened, I kind of used music as an outlet, like the code to like just clear my mind, get away from everything, all the chaos. It was therapy to me.
So how do you manage your music career, and then after your music, you know, you have your work and things like that? How do you balance the two?
Shout out to my dad, rest in peace to him, because he taught me to be a hustler. Okay. He taught me how to be organized. He taught me how to be a hustler. He taught me how to run, my own business, because he was an entrepreneur. He drove trucks and owned his own trucking company.
Okay.
And had 2 trucks. He had 2 tractor trailers and a box truck, actually.
Okay.
That he ran locally, and I used to go on the road and stuff with him. But shout out to him. He taught me.
Okay.
To be independent. And he told me that. He used to say, Bree, I'm going to teach you how to be independent so you won't need no man.
Right.
If I ever leave this earth, you won't need no man. And you did a phenomenal job.
Congratulations. Shout out to Pops for being a real one. And, being there for his daughter and giving her some game before he had to, make his departure.
Yeah.
And, I give my hats off to you for even, going through what you're going through and still coming out and prevailing and showing people that, hey, even though I've been through what I've been through, I'm still me. I'm still sane. I still got my conscience and things of that nature because, I've been around mental health a lot and, being locked up, you see it a lot. And some people are not able to cope with being locked up. You know what I'm saying? And it takes effect on people to where they end up actually taking their lives. You know what I'm saying? Because of that trauma. And, I commend you for that, because you have to be a strong-minded person.
Survival of the fittest.
Right. So how important is mental health for you?
Mental health is very important to me to the point where I put myself through therapy. Even friends I've had around me that knew I was declining or knew I'm helping everyone else around me but myself.
Okay.
No one motivated me to focus on my mental health. So I felt like I had to be that self-motivation to get myself back into therapy, to do the steps. But even now, my therapist just be talking about, 70% is going to come from the pills, that we prescribed you. And 30% is going to come from, the therapy. Well, I ain't started taking them pills. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all.
I wouldn't take the motherfuckers neither, man.
Hey, listen.
I wouldn't take them neither.
Listen. Y'all wonder why folks end up in a mental hospital. Well, let me just let you know they started on them pills.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Medline in the penitentiary is very long. So when they call Medline and you see 30, 40 niggas come walking down the hallway.
Thank you.
Hey, they a little off.
Thank you. And then while they're there, they're just getting dosed up even more. It's for money.
Yeah, it's not helping.
So imagine I do that to myself and I have no support.
Yeah,
who gonna come vouch for me and write that letter and go to court or go up there and fight for me to get out the damn mental hospital? Who?
You want to know something? And I'm glad you touched on that because I wanted to touch on this. And if you are in Atlanta, if you ever go downtown and you see them people and they, talking to they self, and you might think
schizophrenia.
It's running rampant in Georgia, and no one is around to help. I don't see no politicians. I don't see no mayor. I don't see nobody focusing in on this because a lot of homeless people have mental health issues.
You know what I think so fucked up? I think it's fucked up how underneath them bridges, y'all put them rocks there so they couldn't set up them tents. Yeah. Y'all did that on purpose because y'all purpose is to clean up the city, but y'all not doing shit to help the homeless. Yeah. And I think that shit kind of fucked up. And then when they be dying, y'all don't talk about it. That shit do not ever get, you do not ever hear about that shit. It's like they life never mattered. Yeah. And I think that shit is also fucked up because they could have been murdered or something and y'all don't give a fuck. So. Yeah.
So that's a thing I wanted to touch on. It's an ongoing story, but we'll get there.
But my music gonna heal y'all.
Yeah. What can we expect?
Yes.
With that music in 2025, what you got coming?
2025, Bree started rapping. So I gave y'all the R&B. I gave y'all the singing. Ooh. Y'all used to hate on me on that. But it's cool because y'all don't, only the real ones gonna understand my music. My music tell a story. It's a diary. And I could sing for real. Like, bitch, I don't need no auto-tune to hit them notes.
Just said I can sing.
Let's
for
bring
real.
real music back
Real
to
music.
where you don't need auto-tune to hit them notes, okay?
Yeah, talk to him, Brif.
And I got 2 rap singles on the way.
Okay.
My favorite is called New Wave.
New Wave. Give me the process on New Wave. How did that come about? New Wave.
New Wave. New Wave. That's that motherfucker, the producer.
Okay.
Has been trying to push me to, like, you know, record.
Okay.
I think he sees my potential and I'm fucking with it.
Okay.
So it was just late at night. I pull up and he plays me his beats. And I think it was like the second beat he played. I was like, okay, let me see like what I got that can match with this. Cause I typically write my songs without beats. So most of my songs are already written unless like I'm doing like a freestyle.
Okay.
But I had this song in the vault since 2022 and I just don't be having opportunity to record all the time, you know, working and
Just
things
life.
like that. I don't have the privilege like y'all niggas to just pull up to y'all homeboy spot and get free studio time and shit. I don't got that privilege. But
Right.
but I laid that song down in 15 minutes and then I went back and did the ad-libs and the song was finished within like 30 minutes.
Okay then. Okay.
My
then.
friend Milo in the back, he would testify that shit is hard.
She
I don't
said that
think y'all
shit is
really ready
hard.
for that song.
And what's the name of it?
New Wave.
New Wave. I'm waiting for that one. That the way you just described that motherfucker, I need to hear it and you know get my input on it. You know. What else? What else you said you had coming? You said you had that, and what else?
So I got another single that I want to
Okay.
release, and it's dedicated to Ludacris.
Oh, Ludacris.
Yes,
It's dedicated. Luda. You
It's
got a
called-
dedication.
it's called Straight Out the Hood.
Straight out
So
the hood.
I have not put these out yet, but I do want to go ahead and give y'all the titles, so y'all be on the lookout for Straight Out the Hood and New Wave. But
Okay.
the Ludacris song definitely gonna turn y'all up in that club,
Okay,
though.
yeah. Do you feel like you need to tap in with Luda? Say, hey, Luda, get on this for me, man. Show me some love.
I think it would be dope for him to get on it because like the beat is kind of like original, but it's dedicated to like one of his songs.
One of
So
his
it's kind of, I would say it's remix basically. But I feel like after he hears like what I've done, if he wants to hop on it and like we make a song together
dope.
out of that shit, that
That'd
would be
dope.
fucking
That'd
dope.
be dope. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I
Luda,
wouldn't even call it a remix. It's just the original.
Hey, you seeing this, bro? Hey, tap in with her, man. Hey, I ain't heard no Luda dedication yet. She the first one. I think you need to hop on that. So, you know, even though you know you got the music, you know you got your side jobs, as an artist and as a person, what would you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for my story and helping people change their mental health perspective on life. I want people to know that even though you've lost everything, God will forever be with you. Your time will come, not on your time, but on God's time. And I think that focusing on your relationship with God is very important. I felt like I had neglected God for a while. And I had to go through the storm to see the light. And I feel like that helped me want to, you know, get back in the church. I go to Word of Faith. Shout out to Bishop Brif0reign.
Okay, then. Okay, shout out to, hey, Bishop. Shout out to the Bishop.
Shout out to him speaking the real and to the young folks. But I want to be remembered for my music. I want to be remembered for me being a therapist because when I acquired my PhD and start my podcast, Dr. Brif0reign, I want to be able to actually help people mentally. I don't want to just have the title like how Dr. Phil did. Like, the fuck, Dr. Phil, this motherfucker don't even got a PhD. But he able to tell y'all where the fuck y'all need to go and shit and what the fuck wrong with y'all and shit.
So you ready to bring the real back, basically?
I'm trying to bring the real back.
Right.
Real music, real, you know, everything. I'm the realest.
Right. So let them know where they can find you.
Find me on Instagram at BHRIF, the number 0, REIGN. That's Brif0reign. That's how it's spelled, but my artist name spelled a little different from my Instagram.
Okay.
And then check me out on YouTube, Spotify, basically all platforms that you can think of. I have 2 EPs out called In the Life of a Scorpio,
Okay.
which is Nothing But Me. And then my second EP that I just released March 16th, Out of Time. I have features on that one. And that EP, y'all can kind of see how I'm a little versatile with my music.
Okay.
But stay tuned for the rap, Bree. Y'all ain't ready
tuned
for that.
for the rap, Bree. You
Yeah.
got the singing, Bree,
Cocky.
but now it's the rap, Bree.
Yeah.
So you better get tuned, man. Hey, this is the livest platform, man. We call it the Purple Shell Unfiltered. I am your host, Big Two. You know what's going on. So when y'all see this, like, share, subscribe. We out of here.
Yeah.
The purple shell.
That was dope. I like that.
I think